Our organization, again, is named Uri L'Tzedek. Uri Kivo Orech, awaken, awaken. We think L'Tzedek, to justice, and we think that the Orthodox community has always had a place for justice, always has a place for ethics, but we want to push it, and we want to push ourselves, because whatever we talk about in the community, we want to talk about in terms of ourselves also, to continue to wake up, to be more cognizant, to be more aware, to be more conscious of it, of justice. So that's what we want to do. We want to create a space in the modern Orthodox community. The reason modern Orthodox is because, well, we're all modern Orthodox. And not just modern Orthodox, Orthodox and Jewish as well. But our community is first modern Orthodox and Orthodox. And we partner with all other Jewish organizations, non-Jewish organizations, to waken up, to be conscious and cognizant of social justice, of ethics. So we work with high school students. We have some mini grants, micro grants, working with high school students, helping them develop their own projects. We work with college students. We're having a Shabbaton in a week, even. It's all I think about right now. We're bringing in students from Brandeis, from University of Maryland, from Johns Hopkins, Yeshiva University, Stern, Columbia, University of Oregon. I mean, it's a little harder for someone far away, but really social justice leaders and activists, to start bringing them together and opening the conversation. We're having a JINSIDER conference with other university students to really to show them that they're not alone. And not only that they're not alone, but that to educate them about what social justice is and really start them thinking. As I said, we work with young professionals, we work with the community at large, and our goal in a couple of years is to have a journal, to have continue our Beit Midrash, to put out curricular materials, to maybe have some sort of seal in restaurants that affirms a restaurant's commitment to human dignity and the right to work, the right to pay, the right to a safe environment, and really partnering with all these different communities, because I think our message is always one of partnering and looking forward and building a stronger community, and not yelling at people. Don't say, don't do this, don't do that, but do this. And not only telling them, but saying, well, why do you think that's a good idea? Bringing them into conversation, bringing them into community. So that's where I see ourselves in a couple of years, to continue this growing. We've been growing pretty rapidly, and I think we want to continue to grow.
So that's great. Do you think that believe that the mission of Uri L'Tzedek is uniquely Jewish? And if not, you plan on expanding to the non-Jewish?
Good question. So I think that Jews are humans, and there are certain fundamental human questions. Which are, as I said, how to live a good life, how to live an ethical life, how to make sure people aren't abused. Everyone, right? We just read Bereshit. Every person is created in the image of God. Every person is created with human dignity. So I think that the questions that we grapple with are questions that every tradition and every nationality, every race, every sex has to grapple with. I think the way we do it is we do uniquely Jewish, which for me means we have recourse to our specific tradition. So as Orthodox Jews, the corpus, the canon we look to is the Bible, is the Talmud, is commentators, the rabbis, the conversation that's been going on for 3,000 years. But not only that, we look to our consciousness, our consciences, and ethics, because I don't think Jews have a monopoly on it, but I think there is a specific way of thinking about issues Jewishly or ethically. Trying not to be too essentialist, but there's a certain tradition. There's certain horizons, which growing up, there's a certain language I speak, right? And in the broadest sense, not just the words, but ideas. There's certain contours which which are, I think, uniquely Jewish, and that's how we do it. So I think there are universal questions and universal issues of what humans are, and the way we approach them is through the Jewish tradition. So for me, that's what it means to do it Jewishly.